What's up, Seahorse Army? Welcome back. So I have another Barbie Rewind doll for you today. This is actually, I think this is the last one I need to complete my set, right? Yeah. I think I've got all of them. Anyway, so if you've been following along, if you've been watching my videos, you know that Barbie Rewind is my favorite Barbie line, my favorite modern Barbie line, or recent Barbie line, I should say. I love the 80s like retro vibe. Like, this is very much meant to be like an homage to Barbie's past, Barbie core at its finest, you know, like in like Barbie's heyday. I think that, you know, Barbie was kind of like at her peak in the like mid 80s to the early 90s. That's when she was like at the peak of her popularity, except for now. She's like, you know, really popular now because the movie came out and everything. But anyway, so they came out with this line, and it was basically new dolls that were inspired by the 80s. They are not reproductions of anything. They are brand new dolls, brand new designs, but they are inspired by the 80s. So, and of course, if you've been following up, you watched the other videos, you already knew that. But for anybody who this is somehow your first video watching this, that's basically what these are. Now, this particular one is the Prom Queen doll. So she's basically themed as if she is going to a school dance, specifically to prom night of 1985. So they have 1985 on her sash, I guess. And there were there are two other dolls that came out in this wave. You've got Movie Night, which is all about like watching movies, like going to the movie theater, popcorn, soda, she came with a pretzel, stuff like that. And then you have Sleepover or Slumber Party, and she's in pajamas and everything. I've actually got these dolls all up there on my top shelf up there right now with my Barbie collection. And not all of my Rewind dolls are out there, just those two that I mentioned are up there because I really like those ones. And there were a couple others. These three came out in a single wave. Then there was a couple that came out in the middle there. It was like the shopping mall one and the back to school. I think I've got back to school up there. And then the first wave was the workout girl who's up there, the like business one, like the working one. She's kind of like inspired by Day to Night Barbie. I don't have her displayed right now. And who was, the pop star. I've got the pop star up there as well. Anyway, so yeah, I think there is a total of 8 dolls. Was there 9? I thought there was 9. Maybe there's only 8. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, what's really cool about these, other than the fact that they are a throwback to the 80s, or, you know, like an homage to the 80s, is I love the box design because it is designed to look like a giant VHS tape. So for any of you youngins out there who don't know what a VHS tape is for, it's basically what we used to watch movies on at home. You would get the tape. It's not this big. This is much bigger because it's meant to be a Barbie, or it is a Barbie box. But this is basically what they looked like. There was rolls of a film, like a tape or a film reel kind of, but much smaller, inside of this, and you'd put it in the VHS player and it would, you know, roll through it and play it very similar to how like old school movie projectors worked. I don't know why I'm doing a history lesson right now, but there we go. There you go. Your little tip of like, you know, something from yesteryear. But yeah, it just kind of like, it's really funny because it makes me think of all those like videos where parents will record their kids, or like they'll be like the kids react or something like that, videos on YouTube where people will show older technology to kids, like technology from like the 90s or the 80s, and being like, how do you think this works, and stuff like that. And then it's like, oh yeah, they would have never seen that before in their life, so they don't necessarily know how like cassette tapes work or VHS tapes work or 8-track or anything like that. So I always think that that's kind of funny. But this is very much obviously aimed towards more towards collectors. I think when they came out, these dolls were $40 each, which to me was like an okay price. It was a little pricey, but the quality to me is better than any of the other doll lines that were out on the market from Barbie. So like the Barbie Extra had a lot of stuff, but the quality wasn't as good as these to me. And like obviously Barbie Extra, or not Barbie Extra, Barbie Fashionista is a budget line, you know, so stuff like that. So these are definitely a little bit higher quality and you know, like a more kind of leaning into the whole nostalgia thing, because it's themed very heavily about the 80s. Oh my god, she's so pretty. So this is the prom date or prom night, whatever the, you know, prom girl, prom queen doll, prom queen 1985. And she comes with a whole bunch of little accessories and stuff like that. I do have some pros and cons that I want to go over for this doll. There's things that I like, things that I think could have been better, stuff like that, especially for the price being $40. To be fair, almost all of the Rewind dolls have gone on sale on and off on Amazon over time, and I pretty much own, like, all of the ones that I have, I bought while they were on a sale, except for like a couple of the first ones I paid like retail for because I really wanted them. But I actually got her from some points that I earned at work, so I actually didn't have to pay for her. My work bought her for me. So this is technically my birthday present from my work. But anyway, let me get her out of the box, and then I can show you all the stuff and everything, and then I'll talk about what I was telling you about, my thoughts, my pros and cons and everything with this doll. So I'm going to do that. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've got her out of the box, but first I want to go over the accessories. Oh wait, where's her stand? I got everything else out of the box and I forgot to get her stand out. So I guess we'll start with the stand. There we go. Okay, so she comes with a stand, and each of these came with a stand that is, like, the base of it is shaped like a cassette tape, which is a music device, as opposed to the VHS tape is for movies. The cassette tape is for music, for the younger generations that don't know, in case you didn't know. Although I feel like most of my subscribers are probably around my age anyway, so, like, I don't know. I mean, whatever. I know some of you are younger, definitely. So, but anyway, so she comes with a few different accessories along with the stand. She does come with a brush. It is gold, and it's just this like classic Barbie brush. I noticed that the newer ones that come out for either reproduction dolls or for dolls like this, where, you know, the Barbie Rewind are inspired by older dolls, it's got the classic brush style, the swoopy shell one, but the bristles are further apart from each other. I don't have, oh yes, I do have an older Barbie brush here that I can compare to. So like they're the same mold, except when you turn it over, the pink one, the classic Barbie brush, has way more bristles, whereas the newer one has more spread apart bristles. So yeah, that's a thing. It doesn't really matter. I just figured I'd point it out because I noticed it. Anyway, so she comes with the standard, like, going to a prom thing. So she's got a mask for the masquerade. Hold on, I got to try the mask on. There we go. So she has this mask. It has like roses on it and like little ribbons coming down. There's no painted details on it, but it is still really cute. She comes with a crown. Because if she's going to be crowned prom queen, she needs her crowning glory, or her crown, her tiara, and this is molded in gold plastic. She has a purse. It is a very simple little Barbie purse in pink. I do not know if I've seen this mold before or if it is unique for this doll. I don't know. I don't know if any of these are reused molds or not, but there is pink, or it's pink with gold painted details on it. So you can see, like, on the front there is some gold there. And then she comes with a bouquet of flowers, because the winner of like prom queen would usually be given a little gigantic bouquet of flowers when she wins, along with the crown. And then probably my favorite accessory, it comes with a little camera. It's a Polaroid camera. So so I didn't actually grow up in the 80s. I was born in the 80s, but I was a kid. I was a little baby kid in the 80s. So I do remember some of the stuff, and it kind of trickled over into the early 90s. I never personally got to play with a Polaroid camera, but this is a Polaroid camera. Polaroid is a brand, by the way, if you didn't know that. It's not the type of camera. I mean, it's the type of camera. I don't know if there were other brands that made that kind of camera or not. But anyway, so it's a Polaroid camera. They were the instant pictures. So this would flip up, and this is the light blue is the flash, and basically there's the lens of the camera, and then the picture would come out right there, and you'd have to look through the viewfinder right there in the back. Oh, and it says Barbie across the bottom. There's a little thing that can go on her finger so she can hold it. And then she comes with a little picture, which I totally messed up trying to get out of that stupid plastic, because it was a perfect little shape and it was stuck in there, so I kind of crumpled it a little getting it out of there. But yeah, so she comes with a little, like a Polaroid picture And you can actually put it in here. So it's like, you know, you take the picture and it, you know, oh, it actually kind of fell out. That was on accident. That was just because I hit it and it fell. It didn't actually come out. But yeah, so it's super cute. I love that. All of these Rewind dolls they've had at least one of the accessories that they came with was like, I don't know, I fell in love with it. There was the TV that had the VCR with the VHS tape in it. What else was there? I don't know. There was a couple different really cute accessories that these all came with, and I love them. And this is making the list. Oh, the miniature phone. I love that phone with the cord on it. But anyway, this little mini Polaroid is really awesome. Anyway, okay, so here is the doll herself. So I'm just gonna zoom in here. Now, her eyes are printed a little bit low, her eyebrows are printed a little bit low, but it's not wonky, so I'm not gonna complain about it. She is really pretty. She's got really thick eyebrows because I guess it was more popular to have thicker eyebrows back then, I guess, or they didn't tweeze them to death back then. But she's got the blue eyes, purple eyeshadow. It's very reminiscent of 80s from the Barbies. What is going on? I can't talk right now. Very reminiscent of 80s Barbies. Barbies from the 80s. That's what I was trying to say. Her hair is interesting. It's saran, which I love. All of these Barbie Rewind dolls have been saran. The hair is rooted fine, you know, like there's no bald spots. It's thickly rooted in the sense of all of the rooting is close together. There's no bald spots, so that's definitely good. But it's not super thick, and I personally like that. I prefer when the doll's hair is not as thick, although that's not very accurate to the 80s and 90s Barbies. Like the Barbies from the 80s, when they had a hairstyle like this, it was a big hair. Like, case and point, Superstar Barbie, giant hair. So yeah, Barbie from the 80s had really big hair like that. So, and this is interesting. I don't think this is inspired by Superstar Barbie necessarily, but let's get into some of the pros and the cons. Well, let me show you all the details and then I'll get into the pros and the cons. So she has her hair kind of like half up, half down with this like blue rubber band. Let me zoom in a little so you can see it. Little blue rubber band there. She has simple pink earrings that are little flowers, which I think are really pretty, even though her hair is getting stuck on it, which is the reason that I get frustrated with earrings on dolls anyway. It's funny, I never really had too much issues when I wore earrings. I haven't worn earrings for years, so I don't even know if like my ear piercings might have closed up by now. I have no idea, but I never really had issues with my hair getting caught on my earrings. So, but it happens all the time for dolls. So going down here, she has a necklace. Oh, it was hidden. I didn't see this at first, but she has a necklace that would match the crown and the other accessories in gold. Her dress is this like mini dress with like the shoulder pads, or the rouged shoulder things, shawl, off the shoulder kind of thing. Kind of a reflective holographic material, and then there is a little skirt here that kind of comes out, not quite a peplum, more like just an actual skirt, but it's like mesh and you can see through it. She has some jewelry on her right hand. There is a corsage that's meant to be a purple flower corsage, and a heart ring on her right hand, just a plastic ring. She's wearing some nylons, or like, on this scale it's mesh, but on this scale it kind of looks like fishnets, but it's basically a white mesh pantyhose and some simple classic 80s heels. I've got this little plastic was on it in the box. I'm just leaving it on right now because these kind of shoes tend to fall off the doll, and that's keeping them on, so I just want to keep it that way. Oh, and of course she has her sash. She's got the sash that says Prom Queen of 85. So because she is a prom queen, she needs her sash. So these dolls, I actually really like the articulation for these because it's very reminiscent of the Superstar era Barbie, which is probably my favorite, but just with an upgrade. So Superstar Barbie has the bent arms. Well, I can literally show you. This is actual Superstar Barbie, but I'm talking about Barbie from the 80s and 90s. Most of them had the bent arms, and I really like those for posing. she has extra articulation at the elbow and the wrist. So movement at the head, movement at the shoulder, movement at the elbow and the wrist. There is movement at the legs, but the legs, instead of just forward and backward like the older Barbies, they actually do go out to the side, which is nice. It's a better hip joint. And then, of course, they have the classic bend and snap legs, which surprisingly work really well. The one point of articulation that the 80s Barbies had that this Barbie does not have is the twist and turn waist. Older Barbies can turn at the waist. She doesn't have that. But I mean, it's fine. With all the other articulation she gets, she doesn't really need it. The articulation for these bodies are actually almost identical to the Disney Store Classic dolls, because the Disney Store Classic dolls have the rubber legs with the bend and snap, and then they have the same articulation in the arms and wrists and everything. But I think that Barbie does it better. Like Mattel just does the articulation better. The knee articulation with the bend and snap is better. I have so many of the Disney Store Classic dolls where that bend and snap just doesn't even work. They feel kind of flimsy. So this is definitely better. But let's start talking about like the, pros and cons or whatever you want to call it. I think that she's really pretty. She's definitely giving me the vibe of the 80s dolls. I love the pink. I love the poofiness, very much, like in the style of the Prom style. One of the criticisms, I guess, that I have is that her dress is kind of lacking. Because, this dress is huge. And this isn't like a prom dress. This is supposed to be superstar Barbie, like a movie star. So that's a little different. But, I mean, a lot of dolls, like, in the 80s had, like, the big ball gown style dresses. Even the ones that were, like, they looked like prom dresses. They were, like, big, gowns or whatever. And this is very simple by comparison. Now, I'm not going to say that there were no prom dresses that looked like this, because there probably were. Like I said, I was born in the 80s. I didn't grow up in the 80s, and I certainly didn't go to high school or see, know what people were wearing at that time. But I'm sure that they probably did have prom dresses that looked like this. So maybe it is accurate in that way. I just kind of wish that she had a bigger ball gown kind of prom dress. But that's a personal preference. This still is giving 80s with the pencil skirt underneath this kind of mesh skirt. So I can't really complain. Now, she's got like this double-sided tape on her shoulders, and I think it was to keep the mesh up from falling, and it doesn't really work. Like, this isn't stuck to it anymore. On this side, her hair is just stuck on it, so that's kind of annoying. So now that kind of like made her hair a little bit messy. It's sticky, but it's there. I don't think that was necessary, because honestly, the dress looks fine. I mean, hold on, maybe they wanted it to be up a little bit more like this. This is kind of, I stuck it up a little higher, and now it's got a little bit more volume to it, so maybe that's what they wanted. So I don't know. I really like the doll. I mean, I like all of these dolls. Let me put her crown on and give her other accessories so we can see what it looks like. There we go. So now we've got her holding some of the accessories and everything. So we've got the crown up here. I kind of wish, oops, she dropped her flowers. There is no blue on her outfit. The only blue is her eyes, and I kind of wish they didn't do the random blue rubber band. I wish it was clear or gold or pink. I think pink would have been fine because it would have matched the rest of her outfit. Clear would have been probably best so you don't notice it, but it just looks so weird behind the crown. Like, the hairstyle itself is fine, but seeing this random piece of blue behind the crown, I should say, yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I wish that they did a different color for the rubber band up here. Anyway, for her mask, I had the same issue that I had for, what was the other one? There was another one that I had that had to hold something like this. I ran into a similar situation. So the way that the mask is done with the little hand hold thingy, it's meant to go on her right hand, but that's the hand that she's got her ring on. Oh, I think it was the pop star with the microphone, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, but I don't know if that was done intentionally or not, because now having that ring there, she's not going to drop this. Like it's on there because that ring is in the way. But it was kind of difficult getting it on. Now I don't want to take it off because I don't want to like break the ring or anything like that. I don't know. But I mean, it's fine. She's able to hold the mask. The only thing is because this articulation, like it's good, but it's not the best. So like she can't really hold it up to her face. I gotta push her hand. Like it's kind of hard to get her to like hold it in a way that it actually goes to her face, unfortunately. Like if she was made to move, then it would work a lot better, but she doesn't have the right kind of articulation. So she just kind of has to hold it as a prop that she holds, you know, to show that apparently it's a masquerade that she's at. And then I tried to put a rubber band on this flower bouquet so that way she can hold it, but it just doesn't want to stay on. I don't know how to do that. Like some people are really good at like wrapping the rubber band around in a way that it actually wraps around her hand and her wrist as well, so she won't drop it. I don't know how to do that. But anyway, so she can technically hold it, but it's a precarious balancing situation. So I mean, it is what it is. She's probably going to drop it, so I'm just going to put it down. And then of course her teeny tiny purse. Anyway, there we have the Prom Queen from the Barbie Rewind collection. Even with my little gripes and like constructive criticism, like places where I think that they could improve for this doll, I still really like her. I love this entire line. Unfortunately, from what I've heard from other doll YouTubers, apparently the Rewind line has been discontinued, which makes me very sad because, like I said, it is my favorite modern Barbie line, or recent Barbie. I don't know if it's modern or recent. I guess it's just a recent Barbie line, but it was my favorite. I loved it, and I wish that it would keep going. I just don't know how well they were selling because they're all still available and they keep going on sale on Amazon. So I don't know. But anyway, I wish that they would come back. I wish that they would do more because I really, really like this line. So anyway, that being said, I'm gonna get going for right now. That is all I've got for this particular doll. I do want to hear from you guys though. Let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are for this Barbie and for the Barbie Rewind line in general. Do you have any of them, or which one is your favorite? But yeah, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Whenever you watch the entire video, it really helps out my channel and the algorithm for YouTube to know that my videos are worth watching. It also helps a lot when you hit the like button. So if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit the like button. That also just lets me know that you enjoyed it too. But I am gonna go. Thanks again so much for watching. Don't forget to do all the YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I hope I see you next time. Bye. If you like this video, you can let me know by hitting thumbs up. You can check out some of my other videos by clicking one of the links on the screen. I post new videos every week, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified every time I upload. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video.